Hello, this is information on using SharePoint for the promotion and tenure process. You should have received an email that shares a folder with you and the evaluators in your process. You'll want to click on that folder in order to open SharePoint. You should make sure you're logging in with your DACC credentials. If you get an error message, it's likely because you are already logged into an NMSU system, so you'll want to either use a different browser or log out of that system and then log back in. Here's my folder for training purposes. I'm going to go back here and show you that I have this troubleshooting on here for you. Once you've opened SharePoint in your division space, you'll see your name, and you should see a page that has folders that with your name. And then once you click your name, you'll see that there are folders in there that you will use to provide documentation for your promotion and tenure application. This is what the folders look like when you click on your name, and you can see that they correspond to the areas in the promotion and tenure documentation required for your application. These are the folders where you will upload documentation that supports the executive summary you write that makes the case for your promotion or tenure. You will include the elements in there that are included in NMSU ARP 9.30 that says the executive summary is a summative report and personal statement by the faculty member that addresses the faculty member's activities in philosophies regarding teaching and advising, scholarship and creative activity, service, extension and outreach, and other assigned areas. So also make sure you refer to Appendix A in the document, which also lists the expectations for promotion to each rank. We've included an example here of just some text that says, this is an example of a sample executive summary that includes a citation, Teaching 1, that will have a matching documentation upload later in this tutorial. There will be an additional file upload, Teaching 2, that you will see documented as well. These names are simple, but they will allow the reader to see that they are in the teaching and advising area, as well as the order in which they appear. There may be another file type, Teaching Advising 1, which is also fine, as long as the executive summary is written clearly and the file name is denoted in a way that the reader evaluators can find the documentation in an organized manner. So I'm going to show you now how I set up some files on my computer for organizing the documentation prior to uploading to SharePoint that might be helpful to you as well. I'm going to click on my folders in my computer. You can see some folders here. I have promotion and tenure. And in my promotion and tenure files on my computer, I have file folders that are the same names as those in the folders on SharePoint, so that when I am saving documentation, they will be in the same names as those in my folder. If I click on Teaching and Advising, I have some files already ready to upload because those are the ones that I've been referring to. So I'm going to navigate back to SharePoint, and I'm going to show you how I would upload files to Teaching and Advising. So I'm going to click on Teaching and Advising. I'm going to go to Upload Files. So I already get my file finder up here, and it's already navigated to my G drive, which is where I had saved it. In case you want to see that whole thing again, I could navigate to where I have saved them. I have a very long way to get to it. Let me cancel that. And I decided to edit that out. That'd be too long of a file thing for you. So here I'm going to go into Teaching. I'm going to put Teaching 1 and 2. I'll just go ahead and put that in there. And you'll see that they come up. They show up in here. And you see Teaching 1 and Teaching 2. And they're uploaded into that training folder. I'm going to show you something else you can do. We're in the files. Maybe I wanted to put advising in there, but I wanted it to have a different way to look at it. I could actually also add a new folder in here, and I can name it advising. So if I wanted the evaluators to know that I was doing advising and it was in a different area, I can upload files, and I could actually add my advising documentation to my advising folder, so that when the evaluators come in and they want to look at my documentation, they could actually look at advising there. I could actually make a new folder that says, well, I'm probably not teaching because it's the same thing. Maybe this was curriculum. And I can actually move this teaching into the curriculum folder, like you move items on your desktop, and I could put them in there. So it makes it really nice because I can move things around in there, and it's still in my teaching and advising folder. Then I have a curriculum folder within there, and I have an advising folder within there. So you can do that actually in all of the folders within here. They are in alphabetical order, so they're not quite in the order that you would expect them to be, but it's really nice to have them that way. And then what happens is the evaluators can go into your folder and see all of the documentation in the order that you've written about, especially if you do teaching 1, teaching 2, and you make it nice and simple. So all of that is in this document here for you to look at that will also be available for you.